My name is Francin, Francin Nimerhu, and I come from a line of brave men and true. My tale is a sad one, almost too sad to tell. How I lost all I loved, how heaven became hell. I was once a young man, of rare beauty 'twas said. I'd been working in England, in Birkenhead. And the air smelled so sweet on my fated return, and the water sang my name to the heather and fern. But then smoke in the distance filled my light heart with dread. My house was on fire. Were my wife and boy dead? I battled the flames till my skin scoured and cracked, and the smoke filled my lungs, and my vision went black. I ran down to the seashore, my face wet and wild, and I cried out to God for my wife and child. And I cursed the sea and the sky and the land. I cursed the great might of the Almighty's hand. I shouted to Neptune to kill me as well. I cried out to the devil to take me to hell. I plunged through the surge to the cold ocean floor, but the sea god choked on me and spat me ashore. So with heart thick with sorrow, I picked myself up, and with face set like granite, I made for the pub. That night as I slept in a haze of poteen, my beautiful Annie came to me in a dream. Francine, she whispered, Francine, my love, 'twas the landlord who burnt us, my love. I awoke with a start, but no spirit was seen. Then two words seized my soul, revenge, Francine. His big son sat waiting, a fat, thick-set prod. Is your father about? He answered me no. Where is he? I cried. Gone to Dublin, he crowed. Like the mighty Cuchulainn on battlefields of old, I felt Mars breathe through me and a frenzy took hold. I burst his great nose, and his gammon face stained, and the sky turned blood red as the hammer blows rained. His mammoth weight buckled, and he slumped with a sigh, and I walked from the house with my proud head held high. Then a vision of glory lit up my mind's eye, and I saw myself showered with blessings from on high. And a voice cried, God bless him, his goodness, his pluck. Why, see with what heart he defies his ill luck. Then Annie was with me, as if come back to life, but the words that she uttered were not those of a wife. She said my act was cowardly, beastly, obscene, that I had not the wit nor the courage to make clean any struggle endeavour that I'd vowed to do, and I might as well hang myself, and good riddance too. For she'd spent her life wishing that I'd meet some foul end for my gaming and drinking and the savings I'd spend. And she laughed with a laugh that would make blood run cold, and it all came right back, that taunting of old. When I came to my senses, I went to the roadside, and the first car that saw me stopped to give me a ride. The journey to Dublin I spent deep in prayer to clear my fraught mind for what I'd meet there. He sat like a man who sleeps ill at night. When he looked up and saw me, he turned pale with fright. I unsheathed my knife, and I called him a name. And he lowered his eyes in terror and shame. He cringed and he cowered, and he begged and he pleaded, and said that religion, that mercy was needed. Like a 4-year-old girl, he began to sob and began to stammer about giving me a job. Then he pushed with soft hands a brown bag to my chest, and suddenly something gave way in my breast. I remembered the words of my Lord and Saviour, turn the other cheek, man, love thy neighbour. And I saw that my heart had been hardened through pain, and I must try to love like a child again. Sure, I'm not even sure if it was my house, I cried. Oh, it was your house, all right, the landlord replied. And I laughed like a madman at the madness of life and the madness of death which had taken my wife. And I said to myself, listen now, Francine. This topsy-turvy world is the maddest you've seen. I hate to be cramped up. Now are we ready?